Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shive, and this morning we're visiting with Jordan Crain. She's Family and Consumer Sciences Agent in Barren County. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning, Kristi. How are you?
I'm doing well. And Jordan, you showed me how to make beeswax wraps, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. They are a reusable item essentially, and they're used in place of maybe a plastic wrap or aluminum foil. Jordan, why is this beneficial for consumers?
So we're taking away some of those one-time use things, and we're getting something that'll last us just a little bit longer. So when we make these wraps, we're going to get several uses out of them, and we're not going to have to throw them away for quite a while. So when we typically use like a plastic wrap or something, we're using that, and then we're throwing it away after one use. But this way, we can use these for several months by making our own.
If you keep an eye out, you may be seeing these on the shelves of some of the stores that you're at. But Jordan, you offered a class in Barren County showing people how to make their own. You mentioned that we start with fabric cloth. Now, you said it has to be 100% cotton. Does it matter what shape and what size?
It does not matter what shape or size. The main thing is that you do want that 100% cotton, and you want it to be clean. So you want to go ahead and wash that before you start putting anything on it. But if you have a casserole dish, Kristi, and you want to make a really long rectangle one, that is perfect. Or if you maybe have a round bowl that you've lost the top to, and you just need something to kind of cover that bowl when you use it, you might want to make a round one. So you can do square, round, rectangle, or any maybe odd shaped item that you have that you want to cover up. So the first thing that we did, of course, we had our clean cloth and already had that cut, and we made square ones, but we had our clean fabric there. And then the first thing that we did was we took a glass jar. It doesn't have to be a certain kind of jar. I prefer the wide mouths because it's easy to get in there. You're going to want to stir your mixture up, but you just need a glass jar. And then you are going to take in a half a cup of beeswax pellets, or any kind of grated beeswax. So you need a half a cup of that. You want to put that right into your glass jar. Then you want to add 1 tablespoon of, we used jojoba oil. And so 1 tablespoon of that, and then you put in 3 tablespoons of pine resin. And you put those right into your glass jar, and you want to set those down into a pot that you can put on your stove. And once you set those down to a pot, what I recommend that you do, if you have a double boiler, you can use a double boiler, but we did not use that when we were in Warren County. We just took the ring from our glass jar. We sat that down in the bottom of our pan, and then placed our glass jar inside that ring. And then we filled the water up in that pot to come over our mixture that we had in our jar. So you want to get a good amount of water in there so that that can start to heat up, and then you'll just continue to mix it for several minutes. You can take any kind of cookie sheet or baking sheet and cover it in foil or something so that you don't ruin it. But you want to just lay that out, lay your fabric down flat, and then once your mixture is melted, you're just going to paint a thin layer on there before you slide it into the oven.
Jordan, there are several recipes out there that I'm sure people could find for DIY beeswax wraps. And Jordan, you showed us at the end how these wraps work. They work really nicely. You can just put them on top of a food container, wrap it around maybe an onion when you're done using it. If you are interested in making your own DIY beeswax food wraps, contact your local extension office and just see if maybe they're offering a workshop. I'm hoping to have one in Warren County soon. Thanks for joining us today, Jordan, and we will see you next time on the Farm and Home Show.
Never use beeswax food wraps to store raw meat or fish. Avoid using wraps around hot items. The food that is wrapped in beeswax food wraps should be room temperature, chilled, or frozen.